Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of your body. I hope you're paying attention to the signals of your body, of the communication that is constantly happening from your body. Because this is something a lot of people miss out on, and a lot of people are reconnecting back to, which has been the case for me. I guess it's because for a long time, I have been the kind of person who was constantly overriding the communications and the signals of his own body. And it caused me to stay in a perpetual state of dysregulation, of depletion, and I had no clue about it. It's only the last year and the last few months of last year, actually, when I allowed myself to actually listen to my own body. And I discovered that it had a lot of things to say. And when I listened to it, finally I was able to settle back, find my own home within my own body, and become more grounded, which is why I want to talk about this. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about how your body communicates to you and why it is so important that we listen to it, especially in this day and age where we are constantly being asked and demanded to override the signals of our own body. So let's begin. Okay, so where did it all start? It started majorly when I was very much inclined to push myself, to see what I can do, to see what I can achieve when I was younger. I remember when I was like around 24, 25 years old, and I had a lot of drive and a lot of ambition and motivation. And I wanted to do a lot of things. I wanted to see the capability of this one. And so there would be many, many days where I would be pushing myself to extremes. And I would not be eating on time, I would be sleeping very late, and the whole shebang, which many of us are aware of. Maybe you have done those things to yourself. Maybe you have fallen into that kind of a script because you see, the society kind of keeps telling us, you need to do things, you need to push yourself, you need to keep up. And that is where a lot of problem happens, because when we are constantly surrounded by people and groups of people who are themselves disconnected with their own body, when you start to tune into that and you start addressing its needs, you start understanding that, oh, I do not have capacity for certain things at the moment, or I'm too depleted, or I need breaks, or I need pauses, I need gaps, I need time for myself. Now, those things might just feel like too much of a luxury if you are somebody who has been on the bandwagon of productivity, of pushing yourself, keeping up, that sort of a thing. And Things like pausing, taking breaks, stopping, groundedness, silence, space, capacity. You won't get to hear those things in that kind of a bandwagon. And when you need that sort of a thing in your life, you'd feel like you're asking for something absolutely shameful. And that causes so many of us to not even allow ourselves the very things that our body needs. And we stay in dysregulation. We stay in this constant state of fight or flight. We stay in this constant state of running. You see, many of us, if you can feel the energy of some people and their expression, you will feel that they're running. They're trying to get somewhere. It's not that getting somewhere is a problem. Motion is not evil. It's when you are in a constant state of motion, when there is a lack of balance, lack of alignment. That is when you get exhausted and depleted. And society at large has not paid attention to this. And a lot of us are living in a dysregulated state and not paying attention until it's too late, until it affects their body, the physical vehicle, or you start experiencing tremendous mental or emotional effects, maybe anxiety, maybe oversensitivity, maybe something else. Until then, a lot of people are not going to pay attention. And even then, when such outcomes are right in your face, they are going to try to subdue it, suppress it with medications, with something else, with distractions, and will keep pushing through it until they finally reach a point where they break down. But those of you who are sensitive, who are very much aware of your own body, who are paying attention to the signals before things can get really out of hand, for those of you, you still have an opportunity to choose a completely different pathway. You have the opportunity to stop the race altogether, actually. Stop this constant trying to get somewhere else. Stop this constant trying to keep up with the paces of other people. And it all comes from comparison. Where is someone else compared to you? And you try to be just like another person. Now, their pace might be healthy for them, but not for you. But we try to compete nonetheless. You see? And that is why I'm saying try to recognize what your body is communicating to you. Have you paid attention lately? Maybe your body is asking for slowing down. Maybe your body is asking to take more breaks. Maybe your body is asking to stop doing all the projects that you have overloaded yourself with. Maybe your body has been asking all those things for some time. And you just did not feel that that is a priority. And I'm saying, if you have already started to notice the dysregulation, the disharmony, the lack of energy, the overwhelm, this constant background fear that is going on, which makes you feel like, there's something unsettled in my very being, then that is a sign that your body has been trying to communicate to you. And it's time that you listen. How are you going to listen? By giving the body the very things that it is asking for. It all starts with slowing down. It all starts with slowing down. Because when you are in that hamster wheel, when you are running, you cannot bring awareness to what you need. You need to decelerate. You need to slow down. When you will slow down, only then you'll be able to pay attention, bring awareness to the subtle needs of the body. And that is when you will be able to listen to it, give it exactly what it needs, create the space that it needs. And as you do that, you will find your rhythm. This is something not a lot of people talk about. Most people in this day and age are talking about consistency. Consistency is a very good thing. But when you break your rhythm in the aspiration for a certain consistency, that is when you destroy the alignment in your being. You're not a machine. You are much more sophisticated than a machine. This body, this vehicle, is alive. And it's evolving. It's fluid. It requires attunement. It operates in rhythm. So when you force robotic consistency on this sophisticated vehicle, which requires much more attuned operations, you break the alignment. You may achieve superficial results, short term, and it may make you feel like, oh, I was consistent, I got the result. But then, beneath it all, you will start accumulating a lot of misalignment. And when the misalignment tips beyond a certain point, you will start to feel the tug. And then those very superficial results that you strived for, they won't matter. You see? Because it's aligned success that sustains. Whenever any kind of success that comes from misalignment, it will not sustain. Forced consistency will always break because it's not needed. What is needed is listening, paying attention, and finding your rhythm. Your rhythm is not something that you have to force. Your rhythm already exists within you. All that you have to do is listen, pay attention to what this body is communicating, and act accordingly. And if you can do that, you will notice you'll automatically fall back to your rhythm, which is the coolest part. Your rhythm is already present within you. You just have to calibrate to it. You see? And then you'll be able to maintain and sustain an aligned life. And that is truly what you want. So I hope what I've shared with you in this video has resonated. If it has resonated, then I have something that I am going to be sharing very, very soon, which might be of interest to you, which is I have written a series of newsletters on the topic of how to tune in with the intelligence of your own body. And in these series of 7 newsletters, I'm going to share with you all the things that takes us away from our body and what you can do to slowly tune back in so that you can also find alignment, find attunement, and find your own rhythm. So if this is something that you want to partake in, all that you have to do is sign up for my free newsletters by visiting the link. It will be present in the description of this YouTube video. Visit the link, sign up, and this week I'll be sharing with you these 7 newsletters. In case you miss this newsletters, you might sign up for my newsletters maybe a little late before I send them. Do not worry, because you'll be receiving more of my newsletters as I write them in your inboxes, right? So I hope you have found some value from what I've shared in this video. And if you have, then do share your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear them. And if you have enjoyed this video and you want to experience more of my sharings, then do subscribe to my channel and give a like to this video, right? So I'll see you again soon. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.